Brett, let's talk about the military-industrial complex. Eisenhower said, in the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. So prophetic. Tell me about this quote. It's incredible.
Yeah.
How much it resonates today.
He thought about this for a long time. We should point out that this farewell speech is not just something that they wrote in the final days. He'd been working on it for a year and a half or more because he wanted to put his experience down and give a blueprint for the country. One of the things he was most concerned about after World War II were all these companies that had obviously helped in the war effort had become then their own industry. And they, not just an industry, but they had tentacles into the American politic through lobbying, through funding lawmakers, then through heads in government leaving to go be on boards on these companies, and then the cycle that kept on going. And this was in the early stages of all of this. I mean, fast forward many years, we're still dealing with this very thing. Eisenhower in this speech wanted to call it the military-industrial scientific congressional complex, but he thought that it would be too pointed towards some of the lawmakers in that speech as he was leaving. He, besides that line, talked about deficit spending and his concern about deficits, that we'd be mortgaging our children's future if we continue to let this run away. He talked about bipartisanship and how important that was, that for the good of the country, you can't be about party, you have to be about getting the job done. And he talked about a future in which you can't get involved overseas in everything. If you do get involved, you have to win. I mean, you could write that speech or deliver that speech pretty much in any administration, and President Obama could take some of that tomorrow.